Yep, we have Prabhat here, PMP certified. So first of all, congratulations from Sriram and ShriLearning. And
Mm-hmm.
I know he got certified PMP. Immediately, he was able to fly to San Francisco. To
No.
Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. I quickly bring up your certificate because of
Uh-huh.
the wonderful thing which you want to see. Yeah, here
Mm-hmm.
it goes. So, what was your first feel when you see your name in the certificate?
It was like wow thing for me because lots of efforts put in, and believe me, it's not like exam which we had in like in our school days. It's like more
Right.
like application oriented. So it is like that. So it was more fun while learning, but of course the exam pressure was there. So finally, it's a wow feeling.
True. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, Prabhat, let's give a track of how many months you prepared and which book you read. These two things always comes as a question.
Yes.
You know, how many hours I have to read, which book I have to read, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
your tips can help somebody.
Yes, yes, definitely. So, first of all, to start with preparation, I referred your videos. Those videos I heard first throughout, and second, I had the PPT summary. So that gives a clear background, and the major advantage of your videos is you explain the concept along with the real time examples. So
Mm.
that is what I felt was the best thing. Along with that, I read Rita twice, and because of the Corona and lockdown, I had to read it on the
Did you say two times that 600, 700 pages book?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then regarding the PMBOK, I did not read PMBOK, but you had provided the PMBOK summary, so that was a bit good, and I highlighted once which I wanted it, and then uh, after that, Prepcast.
Ah.
So I attempted three tests of Prepcast. I took time to understand what are the patterns
Mm.
of the questions, how the knowledge is being tested, and once I got used to it, I analyzed, as you said, my scores were a bit up and low, but then when I connected you, you said analyze each and every question, and also each and every option in the question. So that gave me more clarity, because that gave me understanding that okay, why the options are given in that way, because it's like rule of elimination, two options are always closed, and then you could, when you go deeper into the question, when you understand the question, when you become in the shoes of the project manager who is being referred in the question, you could just find the right answer. So Prepcast, Rita two times, and Pinbox summary which was shared by you.
Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Great. So, how many hours you spend per day if you want to read on a working day?
Definitely. So I started in end of the April, and then it took me around 3.5 months. To start with, I started. I will be very frank. I started like 1 hours, 1.5 hours per day. But on weekend, I stretched like 3-4 hours, because that is what demanded. But after that, in between, I lost some track around 10 days because of this. The work increased out of when the work from home was more
Right.
used to it. But
Right.
then when I gave the prepcast, you said like after reading Rita two times, give an exam, you will get a feel, and then the preparation was more intense now. So
Yes.
prepcast is just a 4 hour exam, but believe me, analyzing it takes around 8 to 10 hours, and
I know that's the most painful part, and many people ignore it.
mhm,
Those who really want to succeed, I would tell them that please do analysis. But analyzing is not easy. You have to
yes,
be very cautious on every question. Why I chosen it, and
mhm,
backtrack and see the reason for it. Yeah,
yes.
great job from you.
Yes,
Okay.
thanks. And along with that, see, once we gave exam, in last 10-15 days, I had not given exam, but then I thought that I should give one more exam of 4 hours, because sitting at a stage for 4 hours, it is, believe me, it is a very big challenge. It is not as smooth as you think. And then when I went to the center, and the center people told me that you need to sit for like with the masks on. It was a big challenge.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, wearing mask is. I don't know how to sit. Was it an air conditioner working there in
Yeah.
the?
No, initially there was not electricity, so they had the generator thing working. But after 1 hour, the AC was working, so pretty good.
So you have been maximum tested on the exam day.
Yes, yes, definitely. And
Since you say center, I know center look like a cubic, right? Each
yeah,
cubic you listed, a
yes.
camera will be in front of you,
Hmm.
and invigilator will be outside the room. They'll be looking you through the camera, right?
Yes,
That's how they work.
yes.
And do they give any initial minutes before you start the test? How was it? The initial 5-10 minutes, they give any grace time?
Okay, so I'll explain the process because I had given one more exam in that center before for my other supply chain. So this time it was completely different. So my exam was at 10, but they called me inside at 10. First, there was allowed only one person at a time. Then they sanitized my hands. Then they checked my oxygen level. That was
Hmm.
something astonishing.
So how do they check
And
the oxygen level?
they had one small machine,
Huh?
and they asked me to put my thumb. And to my surprise,
Oh
my
yeah,
oxygen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There is one thing. It look like more than PMP test. This test is so complicated.
Yes, yes. And I was surprised that my oxygen level were not above 90, and it happened twice. So the invigilator said, remove your mask, have some water, take a
Breathe.
deep breath, and then again give. Then it was above 90.
He would have done some psychology courses like dream yourself you're PMP certified. Close your
Ah,
eyes. Take a deep breath.
ah. Yeah, and then after that, thumb
Uh,
impression and then photo, and then it was overall. And then he explained that PMP had not given them guidelines like when there would be a break or something like that. So
oh, oh.
yeah, so he prepared for both the situations. Actually, there was one more guy who had come for PMP. So
Uh-huh.
he said first there would be a break after 89 questions,
Uh,
or else
uh.
if there is a no break, you continue attempting questions. And he recommended to take a break at 100 questions milestone.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm.
but it was like a break at 89 questions, so I could take comfortable break.
When you say break, can you come out of the room, take a water, go for a washroom?
Yeah, I could come out of the room, then go to washroom, but I could not access my phone or any
That you can do.
material. Yeah,
That you
but
can't
I
do.
could just take a sip of water or coffee or something like that, but inside the exam hall only, I cannot go outside.
Right. When I was taking exam, the washroom was outside the exam hall. So when you go out and come inside, they
Mhm.
will start the checking again from the beginning. So
Ah,
there was a little time consuming. That's why I asked you. Good,
mhm.
very good, very good. When the exam starts, the first question immediately comes up, or initially they play any video.
No, they did not play any video. They just gave a sample question like how you want to select, how you have to select the MCQ, then how you operate the calculator, then a dummy MCQ they gave, and then you go to the next, and how you review the questions, the flag, and all the process explanation.
Very good, very good. So that gives some ground. Did they explain about a whiteboard? There is something called whiteboard they have to use. Or you have a marker to write. They gave a sheet for
Yes,
you.
yes. Yeah, they had given me the marker and a booklet where we could write. But when I entered, and then when there was some time to before the test start, I was actually writing my brain dump. Then he said, "You cannot write it." I said, "Okay, okay." Mhm.
So they took the paper, or paper was with you?
No, but I started, but then he said, you should not write anything until the test starts, your timing starts. I said, "Okay, easy."
The initial days, at least for 3 years or 2 years back, we
Mhm.
are allowed to write before the exam starts. So
Uh-huh.
we have 10 minutes to quickly put the brain down. Then somebody found that that's not the right way, so they changed the policy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
But pretty good.
definitely.
So how was the exam questions, man? Did you practice similar to what you practiced? Did
Mhm.
you find relevance when you went there, or it is totally out of the box?
Okay. Truly speaking, Prepka almost similar to the actual exam,
Mm.
70-80% similar,
Mm.
and the situations and the scenario which they gave almost similar to Prepcast.
Okay.
Some questions which I feel like I could count those questions around 15 to 20 questions. Those were very weird, and the options were also very weird. But apart from those 20 questions, rest 180 were at par with Prepcast. No, no surprises.
Okay.
Hmm.
Great, great. So, which area you found more drilling happened for you in the questions? You say risk management, procurement, stakeholder. Where you found they drilled you much?
Is risk management. You guessed it right.
I know the risk is something very risky, huh?
Yeah, because risk is like they give you a situation and multiple risk, and they say what is the first action would you take? So you need to be, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Was there any calculation given in risk management that makes it more complicated?
No, it was not much calculation oriented. There was a question on critical path method, and the good part was they had given a complex one, and all the three paths were critical paths, and I did that question three times. No, I need to spend some time. All three paths cannot be the critical path, but then when I verified it, it was correct. So all three paths were critical paths.
Okay.
Yes, that was surprising to me. It never happened to me in any question which I attempted on critical path.
Uh, so more than one critical path is possible. By what they're trying to understand there, they're telling that is it a risk, high risk or low risk kind of thought there.
No, so they had given path and they said which of these paths is the critical path, and then there were options.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
Got it, got it. That's fine. Once or twice you do it, but maybe you have to make a fix. Okay, is it right?
Yes, yes, definitely. I was like, am I making mistake? And the numbers were very simple, like each activity 2 minutes, 2 days, and I was like,
Okay.
let me do it patiently.
That's pretty interesting. Great, great.
Yes.
So how do you do the time management in the exam? And when I say time management, 18
Mhm.
questions, how much of time it took for you to complete?
Okay, so I remember for 89 questions, I roughly took 1 hour 10 minutes. But I thought like I should just go again for the questions which I had flagged. So sometimes like when you attempt a question, you think of the scenario and then you could feel that okay, this option is right. But sometimes you feel that okay, I need a fresh perspective for this, and then we just mark it and move ahead. Let's not put more time in that, and
Perfect.
then let's move ahead.
Perfect. When I say more ahead, 89th question when you come, it will be almost 1.5 hours,
Yes, yes.
right? Now, do you reviewed all the questions before submit the 89th question? That is the submit button.
No, I just reviewed the one which I had flagged.
Flat. Okay, you reviewed few questions and then you submitted. Only
Yeah.
after you submitted, it
Mm-hmm.
allows you to take a break.
Yes, yes. And after submission, you cannot go back to those 18 questions, and it's a fresh start.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, why I ask these points is we generally hear from many proctor-based exams, but we didn't hear about the center-based exam, what they do. So in
Mm-hmm.
center-based, also the same rule applies. 89th question, you have to submit it. Now you cannot go back after you
Yes,
submit.
yes.
Take a break, go to washroom or take a water and come back again after 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
New fresh question starts.
Mm-hmm.
New fresh question, we have to click any button to start or it will be automatically start after 10 minutes.
Yeah. So the invigilator will put some credentials on the screen, and then
Oh, okay.
automatically the test will start.
Oh, if you don't come, we come late also, exam will be started.
Yeah. So what was that? There was a 7 minute break, and then the invigilator asked me to go inside 1 minute before, and then he put his credentials and he said that okay, now 50 seconds are remaining. Just keep an eye on the timer. Once the timer is closed, your test will start.
But why 7 minutes? It should be 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, but he said that you have a 7 minutes break. So I said okay.
Maybe he liked the number 7.
No, actually there was one more test happening, AWS. So many people were coming. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Okay, you are the only PMP guy in the room.
Yeah, there was one more guy, but he was a very serious person, so I did not much interact with him. I wanted to keep cool and calm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, fine, pretty good.
yeah.
Good job, man. Right, any other tips you want to give to the people who are preparing
Yes,
for?
yes, yes, definitely. So, so in Prepcast, as Shriram said, be comfortable once you approach 80%. But if you are under 80%, you need to study more. And when you're starting the preparation, or when you are during the preparation, make some plan for the revision. So you cannot go all the rita, and you cannot review all the tests to revise. So what I did is in my last 20 days, Prepcast has this learning option. So uh, it is something like you could choose 100 questions of any specific area, and then you could practice in a learning mode. So this would give me a brush up of all the concepts and also a scenario based question. So that gave me a good clarity and a quick revision. Also, second thing was your presentation.
Mhm.
It is a compact presentation, and all the crucial points are there in that presentation. And third is of course everyone has that formula list, but just try to practice one type of numerical one day before or 2 days before. That would give some comfortness, and don't bother about the calculations. The calculator is there, so that's easy.
Perfect, perfect. Any special breathing exercise needed?
If you are wearing a mask, just take down the mask, take a deep breath, and you could just put it again. And I would say,
Uh,
I remember two things which you said, Sriram.
yeah.
First is, PMP is not just application of the concept; it is also ability to have the right approach for entire 4 hours, and that statement remained in my mind. So
Mm.
that is why I practice exams, and even in the exam, because of the pressure, last 10-15 minutes I was like, okay, I just need to concentrate more on those questions, but then it was smooth. So
So what
have
did
the habit of sitting 4 hours without any disturbance. Yeah.
it's not easy. So did you complete exactly in a 4 hours or a little early?
A little early, like 20 minutes before exam.
You submitted. You waited for the 4 hours or you submitted?
No, I submitted, and then I was like, oh, please, let's wait. And then, congratulations. I was like, something like this.
Yeah. Then you felt to punch
Yeah,
the guy sitting
something
next to
like
you,
this.
right? Who was doing PMP.
No, nothing like that. But it was, believe me, it definitely gives a sense of achievement. Like, it gives a confidence. Believe me, these are not just words; these are feelings which I felt, and this also reflected in my work. Believe me, that gives us definitely a good
No, I
confidence.
completely agree on that point. It's not just a certificate. I always tell that it's not a certificate because it's my personal field when I completed it. See, I come from a very average scoring school student.
Yes.
Okay. So when I get this kind of certificate, it gave me a boost. Why don't we do something more beyond this? So now your energy will be very high. Let me do more. Let me do more, right? You found the address now, where to go. Now you start doing that again and again. It's kind of, I feel many of them get certified with me in PMP. They become certificate addiction. They start doing more. They'll do this, let me do one more, right? That's how it goes. Pretty good job. Great.
Yes, yes,
Good, Prabhat. Thanks for coming up here today. I know it's a Sunday, that too
yes.
post lunch time. A lot of heavy food there. So you gave us
Yes,
some time. Definitely, all your points are going to help people. I know there are a lot of success stories in our forum, but still, every story has some meaning behind that because
yes,
every time somebody listen to a story, they get some points out of it. That one point can
yes,
trigger something in their life. We are just looking to turn life well and good direction for people.
yes,
So, yeah, that's
yes.
very important, right? Great, man.
Yeah.
Good.
And one point which I forgot to mention, I remember your point that fix a date. Until and unless you fix a date, things are not going to move. Which I did that. So fix a date and just work for
Great,
that.
great. Thanks for putting that. That's called goal setting. The moment you
Yes.
set the goal, your brain starts working well. Really appreciate it. Thanks for believing our words and following because that takes big about effort, right? Why should I follow Shriram?
No, because for me it was like it's a tough exam, and all people say it was a tough exam. But then if you have a proven recipe, let's simply follow it. That's it. Which I did, and that gave me that then we have the certification.
Wow. Okay, you deserve to be there in San Francisco Bridge. Enjoy the time there.
No, it's just a Zoom background. Thanks a lot, Sriram.
Cool, man. Have a good time. Thanks a lot. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Bye.
Bye.